Toastmaster Mark Shear. Mark is filling in for Garen Straub. Mark has a rich history of filling in. In 1961, Mark sat in a Birmingham cab for Rosa Parks. And he missed the bus. In 1989, he filled in at McDonald's for Monica Lewinsky so she could apply for an internship at the White House. In the 1800s, he babysat little Todd Lincoln and told the president, "Go to the play, I've got your back." So if you need an assist, he's your man. Please join me in welcoming to the floor Toastmaster Mark Shear.
All right.
So good morning. I was driving down here to Toastmasters this morning, and literally about 2 minutes before I walked in the door, I get a text from Darren that said, "Would you like to speak?"
Oh.
So I'm going to give it a whirl. This is time to practice. So how many of you have a special place that you like to go to, or you yearn to go visit? All of us have, right? When I was 23 years of age, I had 3 of my dear friends that I grew up with, went to college, and we loved to surf. And we said, let's just go to Costa Rica and let's go surfing. So that was my first time in Costa Rica. I've been down there 5 times. We surfed Jaco and Hermosa, Dominicao, and other surf spots. But there was one special place that we longed to someday get to. A place, the southernmost tip on the western coast of Costa Rica. It's called Pavones. Grab your cell phones and pull that up so you can identify where that's at. It's about 15 minutes north of Panama. Why is it special? Does anybody know why it's special? It has the second longest left breaking wave in the world. And why is that important to me? So I'm a goofy foot surfer. And what does that mean? That means that I ride with my right foot forward. So if it's breaking left, I get to face the wave. And I'm able to control and surf a wave a little bit more functional than I would if I was going backside. All right? So Pavones was actually discovered by a guy by the name of Danny Fowley. This was many years ago. He was a businessman, and he was in search for one of the best breaks on that west coast of the world. And he discovered Pavones, and he purchased it. And happens to be that he got involved in drug trafficking and was thrown in jail for 30 years. And it was squatted, so it was taken over by local Costa Ricans. That's how it was discovered. So 2 years ago, actually 3 years ago now, I had an opportunity to go to Pavones for the first time in my life with 3 good friends of mine. And we went down there, and it was absolutely amazing. So my wife, I've been down there 5 times. My wife Abby, she's never been there. And this past March 14th, I had an opportunity to go visit Pavones again. This time I was going to bring my wife, Abby. And on our way down, okay, so she was full of anxiety. I mean, just completely full of anxiety. She thought she was going to a third world country, no AC, no food, whatever, crime. She had no idea what this place was like. So she was really anxious, but I tell you, as we started making our way down there, the anxiety continued to build. We were actually going to fly out of Orlando, MCO on JetBlue, and we had a 2-hour connection once we landed in San Jose. You can hop on Sansa, a single prop plane, fly out of San Jose down to Golfito. That's going through customs. That's getting all of your luggage, making sure that everything was good to go. We were cutting it very tight. So when we were still sitting in Orlando with an hour behind schedule leaving on JetBlue, that certainly pretended that we were going to be late in San Jose getting our connection flight. So once we landed in San Jose, we're dashing through customs. We finally get there, and literally 5 minutes before the flight is supposed to leave, we get there and are like, we're here, let's get on Sansa. They're like, nope, door's closed. You were staying in San Jose tonight. I'm like, I am not staying in San Jose tonight. Is there any way that we can get on this plane? No, you cannot get on this plane. So, what is our options? Well, we have another flight going to Puerto Jimenez on the other side of Gulf of Dulce. Gulf of Dulce is this huge gulf that has just beautiful terrain, mountainous terrain, lush green jungles, and it was kind of neat. God works in really cool ways. So he provided this transportation to us to land in Puerto Jimenez. It says, we'll have a local fisherman pick you up and boat you across Gulf of Dulce to Golfito. So we had a nice little boat ride that just was thrown into the mix that was unintended. It was absolutely amazing. Now, if it went down, there was no life preservers on there. A weird situation. However, we had a local Tico pick us up in Golfito and drive us down to Pavones. And Pavones is a really neat place. It has these dark, dark beaches. It is covered with all types of wood. Very trashy looking beach, if you will, if you could describe it that way. Rocks just everywhere. So it's not a lush, fluffy, white beach. You have to, when you're paddling, when you're going out to get into the lineup, you have to walk over these huge boulders, and it's hot. It's hot as all get out. The ocean looks black. How many of you know why it looks black? If you're just looking at it. Yes, sir.
I'm thinking volcanic activity.
Absolutely. So all of the beach is black. So when you're looking out at the ocean looks black. I tell you what though, when you're sitting on your board and you're waiting for some of those nice waves to come in, you look down and you can see your feet like it's just crystal clear. It's a beautiful place. So, as you know, I had a problem with a broken wrist right going down, so I was thinking, oh man, am I gonna be able to do this? So, one of the problems that I had when I got down there is you've got to push yourself off the board, right? And that one motion really tweaked my wrist out bad. It hurt really bad. So I was struggling the first couple of days of surfing down there. And 2.5 days in, I'm finally riding a wave. I get up on the lip, and all of a sudden my back goes out. And I am just floating in the Pacific Ocean, just staring up and going, what am I gonna do? I can't move. So my buddy comes over, pulls me up on my board, and kind of moseyed on in. And you know, for that day, it was cool. I put some ice on my back and, you know, let it rest a little bit, which was fine. But had, you know, an opportunity to climb up the Rio Clara, see these beautiful birds, macaws, these howler monkeys, tarantulas. It's just a very beautiful place. And I encourage all of you, if you have one of those special places that you want to go to in your life, make sure you dedicate the time and the effort to get that done, because life is short. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.